Good morning. It is time for Crochet Business Chat. Thank you for being here. We are going to be talking about time management today, something I am not very good at, but learning. And I just want to share with you some strategies that I'm trying to use to be more productive and also more balanced. So, if you are interested in bringing more balance and more productivity to your crochet business, stick around and we're going to chat about that. So, if you are new here, I'm going to fix that. My name is Pam Grice, the Crochetpreneur, your business coach, and I'm so glad that you're here. I'm on a mission to help 100,000 women find financial freedom through crochet. And so I'm happy that you're here so we can add you to that number. All right. So, good morning. I see some great folks here. It's afternoon for Chicken Knits. All right. Well, I'm going to share with you. So I made a little presentation. I'm also going to take you over to my Asana and show you the strategy. Do I have mascara everywhere? I'm going to show you the strategies that I use to try and stay a little bit on top of my calendar. And I think that you could use some of these strategies too. So how about we get started? Here is our topic for the day: time management for handmade sellers. So first of all, let's just get on the same page of what we mean by time management. So I want to just check too and make sure that you can all still hear me. Sometimes when I change to a different screen, it takes away my volume. So if you can still hear me, somebody give me a thumbs up. It takes a little bit for that comment to come through. So, all right, time management. Thank you, Helen. All right. So, time management is the ability to plan and control how you spend the hours of your day to effectively accomplish your goals. So, our key terms here are plan, control, and that also means understanding the things that we don't have control of, and effectively accomplishing goals. So, that is what we're working toward. And so, here is kind of the things that we need to balance throughout our day, right? Depending on what life looks like for you. We need to balance work responsibilities, home, self care, relationships, parenting stuff, and also having a little bit of fun, hopefully, in life. So these are the things that we're going to use kind of as our categories of things that we need to get scheduled and the things that we need to manage our time around. So as we make a plan, we have to be intentional. So these are the steps that I go through and that have been really helpful for me for planning out my week and the things that I need to do each week. So first is make a list. And we're going to deep dive into each of these. So make a list, then prioritize that list, then schedule the list and make deadlines, add due dates and things like that. Set boundaries around work. This is where I fall apart. Set boundaries around work and then take action. And that will get you through to the ultimate goal of completing your goals. So, what does it look like? Make a list. For me, I do this online. You can do it on paper if you want, but I do this all online. So the first thing you do is brain dump all of your required tasks. So in Asana, should I show you now or should I show you in a little bit? Anyway, I'll just tell you. So in Asana, I put the categories. So those 5 categories I have as categories in my Asana project. And then within that, I break down those into tasks. So what tasks do I need to do for work? What tasks do I need to do for home? What tasks do I need to get on the schedule for relationship stuff, parenting stuff, all of that, self-care and fun. So I guess that's 6 categories. And then for each of those tasks that I get on my brain dump, I break them down into subtasks. So for example, parenting. All right. So I need to take the kids to soccer practice. So task number 1 is make sure their uniforms are clean. Task number 2 is make sure they have all their stuff. Task number 3 is to it's my turn to bring snacks. So get all the snacks, pack up the car and go. So those might be the subtasks. So each of those might have a different day that you're going to get those done. So anyway, everything that you're doing, you're going to break up into subtasks. So the smaller the steps, the better. Okay. And then get those on paper. So I'm going to show you in my Asana what that looks like. So I'm going to share my screen. Remember, it's going to look weird for a second, and then we'll be able to find it. Let's see this screen. Maybe if I do this one, no. Okay. I'm hoping you can see this. I'm going to come back over the comments. Okay, can you see my Asana? I'm sorry the heat just came on. It's really cold here today. Can you see my Asana? And how it says here, Pam's weekly to-do list. I'm going to check the comments. Right. I hope you can see this. Oh, yeah, it says you can see it, but it doesn't feel like it. No. Okay, hang on. Now that's better. Okay. All right, so here we are inside of Asana. You can see if you use Asana, this all looks familiar to you. If it's new to you, it could look like Greek, right? But there are lots of YouTube videos on how to use Asana. I'm just going to show you how I use it for a to-do list. You can see over here, I have sections for my team, just for me, and then this is for a future project. Anyway, so here's Pam's weekly to-do list. I just have like the instructions here. I need to brain dump, prioritize, schedule, and then reevaluate. And then I have my categories: work, home, self-care, relationships, parenting, and fun. And then inside of each of those, I have clicked on this little plus sign here, clicked on the little plus sign and added my like bigger tasks. So I have what we're doing right now, my YouTube podcast. I have social media posts. I have training. I have coaching for home, household chores, laundry, meals. So you see underneath each category, I don't have kids at home, but I'm just pretending here. Mom and me time, kids activities, and then fun things. So as I'm brain dumping, so now I have these bigger tasks. I can click on the task itself. And this one I have set up with all of the information I need for my YouTube podcast. So basically, I just create this every week. I fill in all of the information. I have down here all of my subtasks. So things I need to do, things my assistant needs to do, things my blog master needs to do. So we all have subtasks within that one larger task. And even I could go here, like write a blog post. If I go in there, there are subtasks in there. So do all of this stuff to finish that task. So in this way, I can manage all of the different pieces of what needs to get done. And you can see here, because this is just a template, I didn't want to like actually add due dates onto my assistant's calendar. So I just did it onto mine. And you can see I have different due dates for different things. These are my today due dates. All right. So I set all these due dates, and then the system reminds me of what I need to do today. So I would do that for all of my things. So for social media posts, I have Monday, Then I go in here and I have Instagram post, Facebook page, Facebook group. And then, for example, I would go into Instagram post and it tells me I need an image, I need a caption, and it needs to be scheduled. So I could just assign this to me because I have to do the creation of the thing and then Terry will schedule it for me. So I assign things and then I can add the due date. So this is Monday, so this needs to be today. Then I can go to Tuesday and it would have this and set it up the same way. So I would have my due dates, Terry would have her due dates. And then ultimately this would just not have a due date because it's generally an everyday thing. Or I could set it up as a recurring item and just tell it needs to trigger every day. So it will just, I can complete it today and then it will move it to tomorrow. Okay, so you can see now it just added a new one and added tomorrow on there. So that's really helpful for recurring, if you have recurring things that you do every day of the week or whatever. I have over here. Okay, so in our, I'm going to come back here. In our outline, we have brain dump and then break those things into smaller tasks. So we did that, right? So now we're going to talk about prioritizing. I'm going to stop sharing. That's better. Okay, so I'm going to talk about prioritizing. This is called the Eisenhower Method, and it is a strategy for prioritizing the things that you need to get done every day, every week, or whatever you're working on. So I have a copy of this that you can grab down in the description of this post or in the description above or below. You can request that you get this in an editable form in Canva so you can type in your own stuff. But generally, this is what it looks like. It has 4 quadrants: urgent, non-urgent, important, and not important. And so as you're looking through your tasks, and I would say do this from your larger tasks, not all of the subtasks. So look at the larger tasks and say, like today, I have my YouTube that I need to do. So that would be an urgent because it has to be done today, and it's important. So it would go in this do quadrant. The next quadrant is the decide tasks. So these are tasks for me to schedule a time for completion. They're important, but they're not urgent. I don't necessarily have to do them today. So I just need to decide when they're going to get done. In this quadrant, we have urgent, but not important. Okay, so these are tasks that other people can complete. So again, for me, that would be like scheduling social media. It does need to get done, but it's not important that I do it. So I can delegate that to someone else. So here it says delegate tasks for others to complete or for me to schedule into my day. So they would definitely be a lower priority than my urgent and important things. And then things to delete. So these are just tasks that you put on your list and then you realize like this is not even important. I don't need to do this today. I can either delete it from my task list or move it way down to the bottom for like if I have time, I'll do that, but otherwise I won't. So I want to show you an example of what that looks like for my calendar. So I have set this up as priority A, B, C, and D. So do, decide, delegate, and delete. So A, B, C, D. And here are things kind of what my schedule might look like in a particular week. So weekly blog post, weekly video, deadlines, and commitments all go in A. Maybe connecting with testers, meeting with my VA, social media posts. Those are important things that I have to get done, but they're not urgent. I don't have to make them an A priority today. Delegate things are like looking at stats, looking at key performance indicators, answering blog comments, scheduling recurring social media posts. Those are things I can delegate to someone else. They need to get done. They need to get done today, but they're not that important. It's not important that I do it. Next is delete. So checking Facebook, like just scrolling social media, sorting through my junk mail, trying out a new font on my website, chasing squirrels. Those are things that I can just get off my list. Not that I would schedule those. Those are things that might creep onto my list. So checking in with yourself saying, is this urgent and is this important? No, then I don't need to be doing this. I should be doing something else. That will help you decide what to actually be working on. So what I would do is stop sharing this. I'll go back to Asana and show you that over here I have all of the priorities. So I just set this up on a priority, a priority list. And when I have my task and I say this, so basically I do this on Sunday. I go through and say, what priority does this thing have? And I give all of my stuff a priority. So, you know, give things a priority and then get them on your calendar and then recognize, what are things you could give up? What are things that are really super important to you? Sometimes we get a lot of A things and then we just have to manage how those look on our calendar. But that's how I would prioritize, just so I know what is important, what is not important. And then over here, I just have them just color coordinated by what kind of category they're in. So for things that have a due date already set up on them, I can look in my calendar and you can see that they're here on my list. They don't give you the subtasks. If you want to see the subtasks, now you're going to get a glimpse behind the scene of my life. If you want to see the subtasks, you come up to here to my tasks. See, here we're just in this project. But if I come up to my tasks, it shows me all of the projects that I'm working on and what things are due today. So here, where's today? This is today. So you can see, here's my weekly YouTube podcast. It has this red to tell me that it's in my work section and it's a A priority. So these are little color coded things that are telling me different stuff. And then everything that's under that are the subtasks that I need to do today. So I have this and then my subtasks are right here. So I mostly just spend my day here under my tasks because it gives me kind of a breakdown of everything I need to do today. So, and the great thing about this is if there's something I can't get done, I can just move it to the next day. And that makes it really helpful to manage your week. So on a daily basis, like at night, if there's things I haven't finished, I can just go and move it. Or if I say it's an A priority and I need to get it done, then I just do it before I go to bed, which is where I have boundary issues. Okay, so we come back here and I'm going to come back to StreamYard. And okay, so we have brain dumped, we've prioritized, and now we schedule things. So this is, again, getting things on the calendar. So I'll go back and show you again. Getting things on the calendar and then giving everything a due date. So hi, there's me. So here I have training. Let's say I want to do training every Monday and I want to do it. I'm going to give myself a block of time. So I'm going to do it at 8 a.m. It's going to be my training time. I'm going to take a class. So then when I go to my calendar, it will show up here. 8 a.m. It'll show up at top. Anything that has a time associated with it, it will show in chronological order here, and then everything else will be underneath it. So if there's something that you need to get done at a particular time, you can add a time. It just makes it really easy. I mean, like things like date night, things like kids activities, those things are all going to have dates. So for kids activities, again, I might go in here add a subtask and say soccer practice. And soccer practice is today at 5. So now I know today soccer practice is today at 5. But we might have soccer practice again on Wednesday. So I'll put it Wednesday at 5. And then when I come to my calendar, oh, it's a subtask. So I need to look up here. And then I have where is it? All right, I don't see it. Okay. Well, something happened. I'll have to figure that out, why it's not showing, but it should be showing. Maybe because I don't have this. Oh, I know why. I didn't assign it to myself. Okay. So now I'll come up here. And I'll go to today. And don't let this scare you. This all makes sense to me because I set it up and it means something to me. But I have here, so soccer practice 5 p.m. Here I have other things going on, and then I have soccer practice 5 p.m. So again, anything that has a time specified, it will show on there. So anyway, that's really helpful for me. I know it takes a little bit to set it up, a little bit to learn the platform, but for me, that is just super helpful. Okay, so set due dates, set deadlines. Then set boundaries is the next thing. Setting boundaries. So what things do we need to set boundaries around? Work hours. My ideal would be to work like 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. That would be like my ideal day. Right now, I work like 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. because I have no boundaries. And and the way life is too. I'm not going to make excuses. I need to set boundaries around work hours. I'm not good about it. But so setting work hours and then separating work and personal spaces. So that means in your home, have a space for work that you go to, even if it's just a table in the corner. That is your workspace. And when you're there, you're working. And when you're not there, you're not working. So just to consider that, to give yourself that space. And this includes your inbox. Have your business email separate from your personal email so that when you're checking your personal email, you're not getting a bunch of work things in there that are dragging you away from your personal life. Also set expectations with the people in your world and say, like, these are my work hours. I am going to say no to anything you ask me during those work hours because that's when I work. That's my job. That's when I need to get things done. And also that helps you when you're scheduling your work stuff. So that's a really important one, and kind of it will change your life. So try to do that. And then be sure to take breaks. People who have regular 9 to 5 regular jobs, they get to take breaks, and you get to take breaks too. And if you need to put them on your calendar, put them on your calendar. You know that when you have a traditional job, you have your break time set. Like you take a break at this time, you take a lunch at that time. Try to set up your workday that way so that you know when you need to recharge and you do recharge rather than working yourself so hard that you get exhausted. So that's the set boundaries. And then do it. So take action, do the things on your calendar. I just go in there and I work through my list. Something that's helpful for me is I don't give a time frame to everything, because when I do, if I get to a certain task and it's scheduled for right now and I don't feel like doing it, I don't do it well, and then I feel bad. So instead, I pick and choose the things that I need to get done. I do all of my A things, but I don't do them in any particular order. I do them on what I feel like doing until they're done. Then I move on to the B things and I pick what I want to do first, second, third, whatever. So you can be flexible. And then again, like I said, you can move things within your calendar so that if it doesn't get done today and it's a B thing, it's not an A thing. If it's a B, C, whatever, a B or a D particularly, it can move to any other time. It's not urgent, so it doesn't have to be done today. So then you would move that. And then be gracious with yourself and other people, because there are things that you can't control. And so being flexible and understanding that sometimes things come up, and just give yourself some space for that, is really a good idea. So I'm going to come back and answer any questions you might have, because I know that this was a lot. So, but before I let you go, I just want to, or before I end this presentation, I just want to remind you that you can get your editable Eisenhower Method chart down in the description or above in the description, depending on where you're watching this. And also, I would so appreciate it if you are looking for crochet business tips or handmade seller tips, that you be sure to subscribe to the Crochetpreneur YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you get a notification anytime I have a new video. And also don't forget to like this video so that more people are presented with this as an option for something to watch. So let's come back. I'm going to make that go away. All right. I'm going to come back and read your comments. Katie, you're using Asana, isn't it? Like, I just love that I can color code things. I can add times to things. I can see it all on that one calendar. As you saw, I have all of my different projects broken down into projects. So I have the Crochet Business Summit as one project. I have my YouTube channel as another project. My podcast as another project. My blog as another project. And each of those projects has lots of things on it. And each of those are broken down into subtasks. But the way you get things done is to actually break those things down, give them a due date, assign a person who's going to get it done, and then get it done. So, why do I always start breathing fast when I get in Asana? Is it excitement or is it anxiety? It really is. Once you start, you'll get used to using it. Okay. I love Asana. You can even put a widget for it on your home screen of your phone and see your lists. Yep, still gives me anxiety, but I love it. Can't see your calendar or typing. Oops, we're actually seeing the schedule. Oh man. All right. I hope it worked out, because yeah. Okay. I use Asana in place of Trello. Yes, I have used Trello in the past, but Trello doesn't have a really easy to use calendar function. And just the way that my brain operates, I need to see everything visually in one place. And Trello doesn't really have an easy way to do that without setting up some Butler automations. And then I forget to set them up, or I forget that I have set them up. And it just was more complicated to get that overall big picture view of what's going on. So I prefer Asana now. And the flying unicorns are the best. They really are. For those of you who didn't see that, when you complete a task in Asana, it gives you flying unicorns, flying narwhals, all kinds of things. Elizabeth said she downloaded all my podcasts. Thank you. There's only like 10 of them, and there will be more. I'm working on it. Okay. Okay, so I'm sorry that that maybe you couldn't see the Asana very well. Do I have an affiliate link to Asana? You know what? I don't know that. Let me go look real quick. I'll just sit here and chat with you while I look over here. You should have an invite thing. Search on Asana is not currently available. I will have to check it out. Thank you so much for asking. I really appreciate that. I will check it out. Creative Studio has a similar calendar function. Yes, it does. Yes, and I like that. Because once I get things scheduled, I can see kind of what's going on. Sorry, I got a little blurry there for a second. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can show you that would make it easier for you. Google Calendar has a super simple option on Google Calendar is to use the task function. I have not checked that out. But I love Asana because I can share it with my team and assign, um, assign people who are, whoa, people who are going to complete. Sorry about that. It's still blurry. Hang on a second. I'm just checking to see if it will focus. Maybe I'll do this. It focuses on my hand. Sorry, guys. All right. Well, maybe that means it's time to be done. If you have any questions, feel free to leave your questions. Sorry about that light. I don't know what's happening. There. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section and I will answer them for you. If you're on Facebook, you can do that there too. I'll just check in later today. And I will look and see if I have an Asana affiliate and I will add it in the description. And grab your Eisenhower method. It really is helpful. You don't have to like type it in there, but just keeping it in front of you to say, okay, is this important? Is it urgent? Then I'll give it an A, that kind of thing. All right, that's it. I'm going to let y'all go. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Let me know if you have any other time management questions, and I will do my best to answer. All right, take care. Have a great rest of your day.